Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about how I'm planning to mentally reset myself so that when the new content comes out next week, I'm ready to grind really hard. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So like many of you, I have farmed the living daylights out of the limited time quest. Before it was the fortress in the forest. I want to say that I probably run that at least 200 runs within last week, which is why I am a little bit burnt out and I'm just like, oh, do I really need to play anymore? Is there any purpose to farm right now? So I don't really feel motivated to play NGS right now, which is the perfect time for me to take a step back and be like, hey, I don't need to force myself to play the game. I need to take a short break. And that's exactly what I'm doing this week. I log on, I do my dailies, and I record a video and I log off. That's pretty much all I've been doing this week. Now, of course, if there's a storm that happens, I'll go kill the Gigantics once in a while, but that's pretty much it. Usually in under an hour, I'm off NGS. And by doing this, I'm kind of giving myself a break from NGS for this week so that I can mentally reset myself. And I've been preoccupying myself with other games that I've had in the backlog for quite some time. Honkai Star Rail, the new storyline, I just finished it yesterday. It was freaking amazing. I really enjoyed the Honkai Star Rail storyline. It did take quite a while to come out. I think we had to wait like a month or two before we got the new storyline, but nevertheless, it's finally out and I really enjoyed it. Another game that's come out recently is Remnant 2. That's a kind of game that I really enjoyed because I played the original. I really like the original. So Remnant 2 is definitely on my radar right now. And then other than that, there is of course Nikke. Nikke just released 2 new chapters as well. So I popped all of my core boosters and I was able to progress it to see more of the story. Again, really good storytelling in Nikke. I know a lot of people are like, huh, Nikke, jiggle physics and plot and stuff. But the storyline, actually is pretty dang good and I really enjoy it, so I'm all for it. And then after I'm done with Nikke, of course, we have Diablo 4. Diablo 4 isn't exactly in a great place after they kind of nerfed everything for Season 1. But nevertheless, I play a rogue, so I did have to play the Twisting Blades rogue. I wanted to do Rapid Fire rogue, but I could just never get the legendary power to drop where the Rapid Fire ricochets. So I was like, alright, fine game, I'll play your freaking Twisting Blades. And as Twisting Blades rogue, it's not that bad because they didn't get nerfed as bad as all the other classes. But it still kind of sucks that you're basically super weak compared to when the game first came out, which is kind of counterintuitive. The class balancing is like, oh yeah, we're just gonna nerf everything. So that kind of really sucks. So I'm not always feeling Diablo 4. I only play whenever I have other friends online. And then playing as a group of friends, it's a lot more fun. But basically, I've been distracting myself with other games while I'm waiting for next week on NGS. Because once next week comes in, we have the new weapons, we have the new armors, and then hopefully we have new augments. I don't know if the LaCiel exploration is going to drop new augments. Maybe Mastery 5, I don't know. But basically for NGS, I'm kind of in standby mode because I've got a bunch of augment item protections. I got 15 of them. I've got 47 of my augmentation success rate plus 20%, as well as 2 of the 30%. And I'm literally just waiting for the new armors to drop so I can go really hard and augment it and get everything up to snuff. And then, yeah, we're going to be testing some things. Because remember, with the new 9-star rarity weapons, it does give us a 100% crit rate, which means floor potency isn't as important anymore. So as you can see over here on my stat information, I have 77.6% to a 100% damage adjustment. Well, with the new weapon, that won't be necessary because you have a 100% crit rate, which means you're always going to be hitting 120% of your damage adjustment. So basically, floor potency is pretty much useless with that new weapon. But there's still a lot of details that aren't clear yet until we actually get our hands on the weapon itself, because yeah, we just need to test a lot of things. But I am very excited to use that weapon just because I like the idea of just being able to crit constantly. I think what's going to happen is it's going to be a very consistent weapon. Most people are probably going to get on average 1,500 to 2,000 DPS on average, pretty consistently with that weapon. But I think if people get the Tisha weapon and people build full glass cannon and still use regular weapons, I think you're going to be able to out DPS that weapon and maybe push up to 3,000 DPS ish. That's going to be my assumption or my guesstimation. But of course we're going to have to wait and see. I'm just really happy that we're getting the DPS meter as well as all of this new gear so that you can actually test and see the numbers. The only thing that I might be worried a little bit is how accurate the DPS meter actually is. I really do hope that it's, calculates things correctly so that it's actually useful. If they do calculate things wonky or a little bit weird, that would be a little bit unfortunate. But nevertheless, basically this week is a rest week for me. I'm not really going to be doing anything on NGS. I'm not hard farming for anything. I'm just going to be taking it super easy, super chill, because I know for a fact next week is when I'm going to go really hard with the new LaCiel exploration, as well as farming for the new armors and all of that stuff. But let me know in the comment section below, what are your plans? Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.